Champion Caldor trainer Andy Lord is always up for a challenge, but not even he knew what he was getting himself into when he made the decision to import 2 greyhounds from the racing mecca of Ireland.
Oh, I went over there on a holiday for 2 weeks with my wife and stayed with a fellow who had dogs and helped him out a bit while I was there. And I went to a sale and I couldn't help myself and I bought one. And then I seen another bitch at Shelbourne Park I liked and I bought her, and more of a test really, just to see what their dogs were like to ours.
The champion trainer says transporting the greyhounds from Ireland was a fairly painless task.
You've virtually just got to get them to England, which is, you know, like us transporting a dog to Melbourne. So you get them to England and then the fella in England, he takes care of everything, and 28 days are here.
And the luck of the Irish was on full display for Satin Nell's first start, with the promising chaser scoring a terrific win.
She did in the first race that she won by 11. I then took her to the U-turn. She sort of hasn't handled that as good. I still think she's going to be a handy bitch. I never bought her as a champion, but I bought her as a good handy bitch, and that's what she is. She'll win it, you know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 at Wentworth Park, who knows. If there's a good race in her, I don't know, I don't think so, but I'm more bought her for breeding. And the other one, I've had a little bit of trouble with her, but she's nearly ready to start now. She kept coming on season on me. She's more of a 700 metre bitch, but she should have a first start in the next month.
Despite initial concerns, Andy Lord says the Irish greyhounds have not been difficult to train for Australian racing conditions.
The dogs I looked for, like a lot of them do veer out looking for the lure at each bend, and I looked for the ones that did stay on the fence, so I really had no trouble. I sent them to Young to be virtually broken in to see, but he sent them back after 2 weeks and said they were fine.
Andy Lord was so taken by Ireland, he even has hopes to train in the Lucky Isle in the near future.
Yeah, I'd like to go over there and train one day. Yeah. I mean, I'm fairly well committed here for a few years, and depending on what happens here, you know, we've got a big breeding program, whether, you know, I might be able to take a year off from here, I'm off and the girls can run it, and I'll go over there and train for a year. I'd like to do it.